Once again, good evening and welcome to our 31st annual Scholar-Athlete Banquet. Before we continue, I'd like to ask all of you to please silence your cell phones for the enjoyment and throughout the rest of the evening. This evening represents another anniversary of the premier athlete event that recognizes our outstanding scholar athletes, allows us to thank our tremendous donors who have given so selflessly to support our student athletes, and to bestow our most prestigious honor on our male and female athletes of the year. President Tressel is normally in attendance at this event, but was called out of town unexpectedly. He sends his regards as well as congratulations to our exceptional scholar athletes and gratitude to our loyal donors. The Penguin Club is vital to our department's mission of providing YSU student athletes with educational and athletic opportunities. Throughout the year, the Penguin Club hosts various fundraising events and season ticket memberships in order to fulfill its primary purpose, supporting students. The current president of the Penguin Club is Tom Hura. Tom is the CEO of Party Plan Solutions, a software development firm with offices located in Boardman, Ohio, and Fredericksburg, Virginia. Tom and his wife, Sheila, live in Boardman and have 2 adult children, including a 2016 YSU graduate. Tom has been an active Penguin Club member for nearly 20 years, serving on our various committees, including being chairman of the football membership committee throughout the year. Please welcome to the podium Tom Hura, Penguin Club president.
Thank you, Mackenzie, and welcome on behalf of the Penguin Club. The Penguin Club Booster, as Mackenzie said, we are the booster organization that supports the 400-plus YSU student athletes participating in 19 Division I sports. And as the cost of both higher education and athletic competition continues to rise, so does the challenge of competing at a championship level. To meet this challenge, the YSU Athletic Department relies heavily on the Penguin Club and special donors to provide that margin of excellence each year. At this point, I would also like to ask any of the current or past Penguin Club Board of Trustee members here in attendance to please stand and be recognized for your support of YSU Athletics as well. Penguin Club membership revenue is used to cover the costs of athletic grant and aid provided to our student athletes, as well as to support and enhance the athletic department's general fund that defrays the cost of, amongst other things, championship rings and trips for our teams. Founded in 1972, membership is open to anyone, and we have approximately 700 members of the Penguin Club. For you seniors here tonight that are about to graduate, this is now your opportunity to be involved in Penguin Club and to give back to the student athletes as well. For your parents that are out here, that I know a lot of you are Penguin Club members, and if you're not, you need to become one. And finally, to our Penguin Club members and special donors, again, thank you very much for your support. I can't imagine being a student athlete versus just being a student. The demands on the student are so great. And you're going to hear some fantastic numbers tonight about the things that our student athletes are doing here at this university. To our outgoing seniors, you've served yourself well, you served this community well, and you served the university well, so thank you. And to India and to Chad, congratulations on being Scholar Athletes of the Year. Thank you.
In attendance this evening are our exemplary head coaches. Few know the time commitment and hours away from family that is required to head a Division I athletic program. For that sacrifice, we are grateful. If each head coach would please stand when acknowledged and remain standing until all are announced, and if you would please hold your applause until the last coach is recognized. John Barnes, head women's basketball coach. Dan Bertolini, head baseball coach. Jared Calhoun, head men's basketball coach. Chelsea Gillum, bowling coach. Brian Gorby, head men's and women's track and field and cross country coach. Nate Malikos, head women's golf coach. Bo Pelini, head football coach. Ryan Purdy, head swim and dive coach. Michael Sopel, head men's and women's tennis coach. And we'd like to make a special welcome to our Penguin family, the recently hired head coach, Brian Schrum of soccer. Please join me in acknowledging our head coaches. YSU graduate Den Kopp is concluding his 4th year in the role of Development Officer for the YSU Foundation. Previous work experience including a stint of YSU Director of Football Operations. We warmly welcome to the podium Mr. Dan Kopp.
Thank you. Welcome to everyone, and on behalf of the YSU Foundation, our president, Paul McFadden, we want to thank our endowment, those people that have endowed those scholarships, and we appreciate all of you, and congrats to our student athletes, and congrats to India and Chad. India's probably one of my favorite because we're about the same height, so she's got heels on tonight though, so I think she passed me up, so for those of you that can't see me up here. And Chad, I was at Warren JFK when Chad was a senior there, and remember when he was thinking about going to college, and on his signing day had a couple of hats there in the room, and I think there was Ohio State, and I'm not sure the other one, I won't mention that school, and then there was YSU in the middle, and he chose the Penguins, and I remember texting President Trussell how excited we were about that, so congrats to the two of you, and congrats from all of us at the foundation. And speaking of President Trussell, I know he's not here tonight, but we spend so much time around him and our president, Paul McFadden, and I think it's so fitting tonight in regards to those that endow our scholarships to talk about. President Trussell always speaks about five keys for success. Those 5 things that make us successful, and I think it applies to our student athletes, obviously, but those generous donors here tonight. And he said you got to have talent, so we have talent in this room with our athletes and those people that have run companies and given back to us, and you've got to have a work ethic. Obviously everyone in here, those athletes and coaches and those generous people as well. He says you have to be curious about what you do. You have to keep learning, hone that craft, and you can see our student athletes out here always working, and those people that run those companies, they know that as well. He says you got to have grit. You've got to be tough. And I think the Mahoning Valley, our people here, they're tough. Our student athletes represent us in that manner. But the most important thing he always talks about, and I think it's fitting for those people, again, that have endowed those scholarships, is that you have to be selfless. And I think there's not a better term to use for our people that give back, that they're selfless, that it's more important to give back. It's not just about them, and those scholarships impact our student athletes for generations to come. I think that's so important, and I think it's a great compliment to all of you that give back to us, that establish those scholarships, that you are selfless, and that means so much to us, and so we thank you for that, and we appreciate you. At this time, we're going to recognize those in attendance, or those that have the endowments, and a few of the student athletes that are here as well. So as I read through this list, if all of you can stand and remain standing, and then we'll recognize you at the end. So first one is the Alumni Football Players Scholarship. Representatives Mr. and Mrs. Frank Beck. The Andrews Trust Endowment. Paul Williams, representative. If you could remain standing. The Rick and Joni Blaze Scholarship. Mr. and Mrs. Rick and Joni Blaze. The Boken Son Scholarship. Representative, one of our former student athletes, Dom Rich, and their student athlete, Dylan Latone. Dwight Dyke Beatty Scholarship. Mr. and Mrs. Angelo Pizzolo. Charles and Dorothy Butler Scholarship. Marilyn and Tom Butler. The Robert G. Camardo Sr. Memorial Scholarship. Mary Ann Camardo. James and Velma Coates Memorial Scholarship. Bobby and Angela Stabil. Our athlete, Jacob Coates. Another Kennedy guy. What's going on here, Chad? Another Kennedy guy. Okay. The Coca-Cola Scholarship. Lindsay Taylor, representative. Athlete, Caitlin Shutt. James and Margaret Cook Scholarship. Tom and Carol Jockman. Student athlete, Allan Burns. The Curbstone Coaches Athletic Scholarship. Attorney Joe Maxon. I think I saw Frank Nolasco here, too. Is Frank here as well? Sorry, Frank. Go. Dr. Irma J. D'Antonio Scholarship. Lisa Camardo. The Jean D'Antonio and Alice Lipnicki D'Antonio Scholarship. Robert Camardo Jr. And student athlete, Jason McEwen. The Jerome P. Jerry Dybel Golf Scholarship. Mr. and Mrs. Dave and Holly Dybel. The Don DiLorenzo Scholarship. Gary and Gloria DiLorenzo. Student athlete, Webb Charles. The Irvin J. Dodge Scholarship. Mrs. Louise Dodge. Emma Dockery, student athlete. Dom's Ice House. Mark DeTesco. Student athlete, Mike Nash. The Dover Club Scholarship. Representative Marianne O'Toole. Student athlete, Dominic Carano. The Bill Dunne Scholarship. Gary and Mercedes Dunne. Louise Feast Wolf Memorial Scholarship. Mr. and Mrs. Brian and Kathy Wolf. The Janet and Dennis Haynes Scholarship. Attorney Dennis and Janet Haynes. Hammond Family Valley Industrial Truck Scholarship. Mr. and Mrs. Jim Hammond. The Deborah L. Hinkle Athletic Scholarship. Dave Hinkle. The Gunther A. Laddick and Marianne Kessler Scholarship. Gunther Laddick and Marianne Kessler. And student athlete Mary Dunn. The Kozar Family Scholarship. Mr. and Mrs. Bernie Kozar Sr. Student athlete Zach Kennedy. The Michael A. Larocca Scholarship. Michael Larocca. Student athlete Vitas Harankowitz. McAtee Family Scholarship. Mr. Ray McAtee. The John F. McCarthy Jr. Memorial Scholarship. Mary Lou McCarthy. The Jack and Mary K. McFadden Scholarship. Paul McFadden. Ned Mervos Family Scholarship. Mrs. Pam Mervos. Doctors Diane and Michael Millador Scholarship. Doctors Diane and Michael Millador. Student athlete Melinda Trimmer. Mincy Family Scholarship. Dr. Darrell and Mrs. Vicky Mincy. Michael and Janet Murray Scholarship. Mr. and Mrs. Mike and Janet Murray. Student athlete Kelly Wright. The Joseph L. Nudo Family Scholarship. Coach Joe Nudo. Student athlete Sharif Bynum. Bob and Marilyn O'Leary Scholarship. This is Marilyn O'Leary and Yossi Duhan, student athlete. The Penguin Club Athletic Scholarships. Tom Hura, president. Student athlete Chad Zallo. Angelo and Donna E. Pizzolo Scholarship. Mr. and Mrs. Angelo and Donna Pizzolo. Student athlete Braxton Chapman. Coach Dom Rosselli Scholarship. Stephanie Rosselli. The Reed and Judy Schmutz Scholarship. Mr. and Mrs. Reed and Judy Schmutz. Student athlete Valerie Haggerty. The Sigma Club Scholarship. John Poprick. Melanie and Maggie Cisnowski Memorial Scholarship. Monica Hughes. The Helen R. Stambaugh Women's Basketball and Arnold D. Stambaugh Scholarships. Representative Simon Worley and Jim Stallsmith of Huntington Bank. Student athlete India Benjamin. Dr. James and Marianne Tavalerio Scholarship. Marianne Tavalerio. The Raymond D. and Janice Travellini Scholarship. Linda Setta. The William Wallace Watson Scholarship, Dr. Tom and Chrissy Watson. A WYTV Scholarship, David Coy. Student athlete, Katie Hackos. The Youngstown Roadrunners Club Scholarship, Representatives Dan Shields and Rick Hart. Student athlete, Michelle Klim. One of our new scholarships for the 2018-19 year, the Dan and Sharon Wathan Scholarship. Here tonight, Dan Wathan. So if we could have a round of applause for all those people. So again, thank you so much on behalf of all of us at the foundation for all that you do for our student athletes. I think it's obvious as you look through that program tonight, it lists over 130 endowed athletic scholarships and operating endowments for our student athletes. It goes to show you how much of an impact you have on our young people. So we hope you continue to be that positive message out in the community about endowing scholarships and supporting those student athletes and making sure that Youngstown State stays the special place that it is. So thanks again. Go Penguins.
Before we continue with tonight's program, would you please help me to extend a huge thank you to the entire Georgetown staff for the wonderful meal and service we've enjoyed this evening. Every NCAA Division I is required to identify a faculty member to serve as the faculty athletics representative. The FAR serves as a liaison between the faculty and the student and the athletic department, and representing YSU on NCAA, Horizon League, and Missouri Valley Football Conference matters. Dr. Chet Cooper, a professor in YSU's Department of Biological Science, builds the NCAA role as the athletic department's NCAA faculty representative. Please help me welcome Dr. Chet Cooper.
Good evening. It's great to be here tonight. As a YSU faculty member, this is perhaps my best event of the academic year when I get to see all of our student athletes who have performed so well in the classroom and on the field of competition. It's a time to celebrate. Before I go on with what I'm supposed to do tonight, I'd also tell you that there's no reason to celebrate tonight. This is the 37th wedding anniversary of Joyce and Frank Frateroli. And tonight, Joyce is at home recovering from all those years from Frank, and Frank's over there. Okay, well, I'm here tonight to introduce those members of the Intercollegiate Athletic Council that are here, present here tonight. These are special individuals who commit to guiding the athletic administration in developing and monitoring its various policies and helping to develop the vision for the athletic department. The Intercollegiate Athletic Council provides valuable insights into the department's decision-making processes. So if you hold your applause while I introduce the several members in attendance tonight. First, I'd like to introduce Mr. Ken Breyer, who's a community member. Ken? Oh, guess Ken's not here. He's probably with Joyce celebrating tonight. Mr. Eddie Howard, I know, is here. He is the Vice President for Student Experience. And is my colleague, Dr. Krishana Jackson-Lefwich here? Is Krishana here? Krishana is Professor of Political Science, and she's also part of the committee. Would you please show your appreciation for these individuals and their commitment? Thank you.
During this past fall semester, YSU athletes set an all-time high with 62% of its 410 student athletes earning a semester GPA of 3.0 or higher. Even more remarkable, 13 out of our 18 teams have a cumulative GPA of 3.0 or greater. I'd like to draw your attention to a couple of the notable and important accommodations received by YSU student athletes this past academic year. For the second straight year, Janie Corbett and Chad Zallo are the recipients of the Alfreda Goff Indoor Track and Field Athletes of the Year. Even more impressive, both perform just as well in the classroom as they do on the field. Chad has earned a cumulative GPA of above 3.3 after the fall semester, and Janie has earned a perfect 4.0 in her first year of graduate school. Further, Youngstown State quarterback Hunter Wells was named a recipient of the Missouri Valley Football Conference President's Council Academic Excellence Award, which requires a minimum 3.5 cumulative GPA. In addition to Hunter, Youngstown State has 16 other football student athletes recognized with the Commissioner's Academic Excellence Award, which requires a minimum GPA of 3.2 for the previous 2 semesters. Would you please join me in applauding these exemplary student athletes who demonstrate excellence both on and off the field? Tonight in your program, you will note the students who have earned GPAs of 3.2 or greater. The following student athletes have earned a cumulative GPA of 3.5 or higher, who are also in attendance this evening. The following student athletes have a cumulative GPA of 3.5 to 3.74. Student athletes, will you please remain standing until the end, and please hold your applause until all names have been called. Morgan Bruner, basketball, language arts education. Allan Burns, track and field, cross country, marketing. Webb Charles, baseball, mathematics. Janie Corbett, track and field, criminal justice. Emily Dietz, bowling, medical laboratory science. Dylan Dombey, track and field, social studies education. Eva Dimitrovich, track and field, exercise science. Valor Haggerty, volleyball, management. Joel Hake, baseball, nursing. Justin Hollopy, golf, chemical engineering. Brittany Hodgkins, soccer, sports broadcasting. Lagnisha Matthews, track and field, biology. Cassandra Morella, tennis, civil engineering. Mackenzie Oleski, bowling, political science. Morgan Olson, basketball, marketing management. Mark Schuler, football, exercise science. Evan Sandahar, golf, communication. Anna Stroh, tennis, exercise science. Morgan Tippy, volleyball, chemical engineering. Taylor Toffill, swimming and diving, nursing. Danny Lowe Vermichuk, tennis, general studies. Megan Wallace, soccer, communication. Kelly Wright, basketball, advertising and public relations. Carl Zallo, track and field, special education. And finally, Reese Zander, volleyball, chemical engineering. Please help me congratulating these students between a 3.5 and 3.74. Now moving on to the student athletes who have a cumulative GPA of 3.74 between 3.99. Will you please stand and remain standing until everyone has been recognized? Dominic Carrano, golf, economics. Louis Cardona, baseball, accounting. Sarah Cash, basketball, mechanical engineering. Rachel Hart, track and field, mechanical engineering. Kyle Herdonis, football, exercise science. Vitas Hayrechivis, football, finance. Courtney Lavin, soccer, biology. Serena Maurerman, track and field, general studies. Justin Metzel, football, business administration. Jennifer Malkenkamp, track and field, criminal justice. Carla Relentis, volleyball, business administration. Courtney Shutt, golf, exercise science. Melinda Trimmer, basketball, biology. Jake Wilson, track and field, natural science. And finally, Brock Wooten, track and field, nursing. Will you please give these student athletes a round of applause? Lastly, we would like to recognize the students with a GPA of a 4.0. Please stand and remain standing until all have been called. Mary Dunne, basketball, communication. Iman Hassim, tennis, biology. Aaron Kalahar, volleyball, business administration. Will you please give these student athletes a round of applause? Would you please help me welcome to the stage Student Athlete Advisory Committee Vice President Allan Burns.
Good evening. My name is Allan Burns, and I'm here to introduce the SAC Awards along with the Horizon League Awards tonight. Just a little bit of about SAC and what we do. SAC is the Student Athlete Advisory Committee, and we have student athletes selected from each team that come together and meet and help discuss things that are going on within our sport, the institution, and as long as the Horizon League itself. We are together to help better ourselves as student athletes. It gives the student athletes a voice and come together to not only enhance our experience, but like as I said, the university and the Horizon League as well. We're going to start with the Horizon League Awards first tonight, and we're going to start with the Raising Your Sights Team Awards. These awards are given to the teams who rank as the highest average GPA with their student athletes on the team, and we'll begin with the women's. The winner of the Women's Team Award is the golf team with a GPA of 3.67. If there are any members of the women's golf team here tonight, please stand to be recognized. Moving on to the men's award. Again, the men's award for the team with the highest average GPA is our men's golf team with an average of 3.61. If there are any members from the men's golf team, please stand to be recognized. Lastly, for the Horizon League Awards are the Team Community Outreach Award. This award goes to the team who goes above and beyond with their community outreach service and their community service. The winners for this award is our baseball team. If there are any players or coaches from the baseball team, please stand to be recognized. Now we'll move on to the SAC Leadership Awards. This year, our Female Leadership Award is unfortunately not here tonight due to traveling with baseball. But the award goes to Lexy Roach. Lexy Roach is our president of SAC and has done an outstanding job working with not only the student athletes, as long with our athletic department, Ron Strollo, Emily Wallet, and Rebecca Fink, not only planning for the student athletes themselves, but along with our community outreach programs that many of our teams volunteer for. As I mentioned, she's traveling right now as our women's softball is at Wright State, and they actually won today, so congratulations to women's softball. But even though she's not here, we have a welcoming award for Lexy Roach and the Leadership Award.
The winner and recipient of the Men's Leadership Award goes to Allan Burns. So I'd like to present him with his award.
Thank you so much.
The Department of Intercollegiate Athletics would like to thank the Vindicator for their sponsorship of the Athlete of the Year Awards. In attendance this evening representing the Vindicator is Ed Puckus, sports writer. Please join me in thanking the Vindicator for their support of YSU athletics. Now for the presentations of our most prestigious awards of the evening. Would you please join me in welcoming to the stage Mary Dunne from the women's basketball team to present our Female Athlete of the Year award.
I think I might need to move this up some. Sorry, I'm a little tall. All right, so hello everyone. My name is Mary Dunne, as we already said. So 3 years ago, when I was a senior in high school, I watched this point guard play while I came on my college visit. Right after seeing the game, I went straight up to my dad and I told him that I wanted to play with her. That was shortly before India became my point guard, and more importantly, one of my best friends. So you may be wondering why India chose me to do this, to present this award to her, but it's actually because we have achieved some honors together this year. So you might not be aware, but India surpassed the all-time leading assist record here, and it was actually me that she hit speeding down the court to make that. So you're welcome, India. Also, some of you may have seen us on ESPN. India made a rather common 80-foot shot while the buzzer was going off, but I was the one who tossed her that 1-foot pass. So, India, you better watch out. Only 600 more assists, and I will be there. So, but all in all, India was one to challenge her teammates. She rewarded us, sought our help, and gave us her guidance. I have felt her greatness in tough situations on the floor, and she consistently delivered. I have been fortunate enough to share her friendship both on and off the court through fun and difficult times. She can make you laugh in an instant, and her smile can warm the coldest days. She is what a point guard, a college student, and most importantly, what a YSU Penguin strives to be. She is hardworking, the first one in and out of the gym, determined, loyal, and good-hearted. I am deeply honored and very grateful to present to the Penguin Nation my teammate, my inspiration, and my dear friend, Miss India Monye Benjamin, the recipient of the Youngstown State University Female Athlete of the Year.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Mary. I want to first start off by saying that I get super duper nervous when I'm talking in front of large groups like this. I have the biggest mouth on my team, so I don't know why I get super nervous talking in front of groups like this. Just ask Coach Barnes, but here we go. I want to first start off by saying this award means so much to me because I know how prestigious this award is. When I first came here, and for 4 years I have walked past the many student athletes that have received this award in standball, and I often wondered to myself, how did they possibly win that award? And now here I am. When I was first told I received this award, I was so ecstatic, along with just waking up from a nap. Thank you, Coach Barnes. I am truly honored, humbled, and super duper blessed to be in this position. I want to thank everyone who have helped me achieve this because it never gets done alone. My teammates, my coaches, my family, and all the YSU support and fans. I want to start off by thanking my teammates because without them, of course, I wouldn't be able to get the assist record because I need teammates to pass the ball to. Without them, I wouldn't be able to be second leader in three-pointers either because I need them to pass me the ball. Also, I'd like to thank them for helping me get 1,000 points because you can't play a game 5 against 1. That's like impossible. Also, I'd like to thank them for helping me get the second honors of all league. My teammates, we have built amazing relationships throughout the years. Some that I will continue to reach out with, and best friends I have made over the years I will continue to reach out with after I graduate. I'd like to thank Coach Barnes for giving me the opportunity to play and start all 4 years of my college career. Without him, again, none of my success is possible. I'd like to thank all the assistant coaches, the former and the present coaches that have been able to touch me my time here on and off the court, somebody to talk to, going in after the games, watching film, getting up extra shots, just building my character on and off the court and critiquing me in every positive way possible. I'd like to thank my family, most importantly my mother. Me and her, I came a long way. I shared this. I had shared this with my teammates before, but when I first started out playing basketball, I played my first 2 years in sweatpants because me and my mom didn't know nothing about the game of basketball. We literally, all my teammates had on basketball shorts, and there I was taking a picture with my sweatpants on. So me and her have learned the game together, just me and her, this whole entire time, and I just think that she holds a special part in my heart, and I'm forever grateful and thankful for her. I'd like to thank my family for supporting me over the years, coming down to my games, and when they come down super deep, and we have a ball, we kick it. So I like to thank them a lot for their support. I like to thank the whole YSU faculty, the staff, the many coaches, the different advisors, all my professors for helping me out along the way. As you guys know, I'm in nursing, and playing basketball and nursing is not no easy task. So I just like to thank my professors for working with me on long away trips and everything like that, making sure I'm handling my business on and off the court. I like to thank many other people that came tonight. You guys look wonderful, by the way. Thanks for all the love and support that you have given us, our student athletes, over the years. We appreciate you guys. It means a lot to us. And I just want to keep it nice, simple, and sweet. And I just want to thank everybody. This award means so much to me, and it just goes to show how hard work can put you in a position to be great. I'm the only person in my family that played Division I sports, let alone go to college. So it's just a blessing to be here, and I just like to thank you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, India, for a great speech, and congratulations on your award.
Thank you.
Now, before we get to recognizing our Male Athlete of the Year, would you please join in singing with me singing Happy Birthday to Male Athlete of the Year, Chad Zallo, who turns 21 today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Chad. Happy birthday to you. Thank you, everyone. Now, would you please join me in welcoming to the stage Carl Zallo from the men's track team, and also Chad's brother, to present our Male Athlete of the Year.
Well, the first thing I was going to say was happy birthday, Chad. That happened, so that was pretty cool. Hello, my name is Carl Zallo, and as my name suggests, I'm the brother of the 2018 recipient of Student Athlete of the Year, and Chad Zallo. I have been given the honor of introducing him to receive this prestigious award. Being his brother, I have watched Chad closely and what he's done in order to reach this point to receive this award. The big thing about Chad is that he truly represents what it means to have a hard work ethic and to work your way to the top. Leave no mistake, he's earned every race and honor he's ever won with his sacrifice he's given to the sport. He is a 2015 graduate of nearby Warren JFK, having garnered multiple state championship titles, All-American honors, and becoming a New Balance national champion in the 110 hurdles his senior year. After having graduated there, it was important to him to represent his hometown school of Youngstown State University and put this university on the map, and that he has done. Chad does things the right way. Everyone you ask will say he is a great teammate to have. I've been blessed to have Chad as my teammate for my entire life, and is one of the reasons why I've accomplished everything I have in my track career. Without further ado, it's time to hear from the man himself. 2018 Men's Student Athlete of the Year, Chad Zala.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for the birthday wishes as well. That was great. Good evening. First off, I'd like to thank the Penguin Club, YSU Athletic Department, and the Vindicator for this honor. For those of you here that don't know, all the Student Athletes of the Year get a big picture of themselves placed in the main hallway in the basement of Stanball Stadium. Us athletes spend a lot of time in Stanball Stadium, either getting study table hours in, visiting the trainer, or getting food in the dining hall. I remember when I was just a freshman walking through those hallways, I always wanted to get my picture on the wall amongst all those other great athletes. I made that a huge goal of mine here at YSU, and today I get to say that goal was achieved. This is a huge honor for me, and I have so many people I like to thank to help make this possible. First and foremost, I like to thank God. I believe through Him all things are possible. Next, I like to thank my family that is here with me today. Both my parents, my two brothers, Corey and Carl, as well as my grandma are here today. They have supported me throughout my whole athletic career, and without them, this award I'm receiving today wouldn't be possible. I don't think my parents have ever missed a single athletic event of mine, and that's saying a lot with the amount of places I've been, especially with track the last few years. I'd also like to thank my brother Carl, who introduced me up here today. He has pushed me day in and day out to be a better athlete, going back ever since we first got involved in sports, all the way up to our collegiate careers here up in YSU. I want to be half the athlete I am here today without him leading the way and pushing me to be a better athlete. I'd also like to thank my girlfriend Morgan and her parents that are also with me here today. It's funny because Morgan probably gets harder at me than my coaches then if I don't run good, so. But that's only because she believes I'm capable of achieving more. Next, I want to be up here today speaking today if it wasn't for my coaches, Coach Townsend and Coach Corby. They have always believed I could be one of the top runners in the country. When I was going through the recruiting process, just a senior in high school, they've been there with me every step of the way throughout my collegiate career, giving me the opportunities to compete on the highest level, shaping me into the athlete I am today, and I couldn't thank them enough. There's also numerous people behind the scenes that don't get the credit they deserve that has shaped me into the person I am here today. That includes my weightlifting coach, Coach Lou, my athletic trainer, Julia, as well as all my teammates on the track team, as well as all the coaches on the team that have supported me and pushed me to be the best athlete day in and day out. Being a highly recruited athlete out of high school with multiple Big Ten and ACC offers and picking YSU, everybody always asks me why. If I had $1 for every time I was asked that, I probably wouldn't even need a college degree. So with all these people here and while everyone's attention, I figured this would be a great time to let everyone know the list of reasons why I chose YSU. Number one, the coaches. Throughout the recruiting process, I was looking for a coaching staff that believed I could be one of the best. Coach Townsend and Coach Corby believed me from day one I could be one of the best in the country. They have supported and fought for me throughout my time here at YSU to help me achieve my goals, and I couldn't thank them enough. Number two, the facilities. When I was going on recruiting visits throughout high school, one thing stood out to me. YSU has some great facilities. The Watt Center and the new outdoor track allows us to train and compete at a high level all year. All of us athletes here can attest to how much of an asset the Watt Center is to us. Number three, tradition. I've always wanted to be a part of a school that has a proud tradition of winning. Going back to all the national championships Coach Tressel has won with the football team, or the too many to count conference championships that Coach Corby has been a part of, I just know I wanted to be a part of a school that I could be proud of, and I wanted to contribute to that winning tradition. Number four, my support system. I feel like I have one of the best support systems in the world in this area. Whether it's my family, coaches, teammates, or this community, I know everyone will have my back through all the ups and downs. And lastly, I love this area. I'm proud to be from Youngstown. I love putting my uniform on with that Y on my chest, representing this area against all those big-time schools that have no idea what Youngstown is or where it's located, and showing them what we're all about. Hope I inspire all the athletes here today and show them that it can be done here at YSU. You have everything you need here to be successful. You just have to take advantage of it. I'd like to end this by congratulating all the student athletes that are here today. It's not easy balancing school and being an athlete. Just being here is a huge honor, and it's something to be proud of. Thank you all, and go Gens.
Thank you, Chad. And once again, congratulations to both of you on your prestigious awards of Student Athletes of the Year. We would once again like to thank you all for joining us this evening. Please drive safely and go Penguins.